All right, now let's talk about the meat and potatoes. Let's set up a store. Wait, hold on. Before we actually go all the way into setting up a store, we need to talk about something first. We need to talk about what's called your tech stack. What is a tech stack? A tech stack is simply every piece of technology that you need to be able to set up a website, build products, accept payment, and then be able to send the products to the customer. Now, with that, there's a lot of other pieces that come into it, which we'll go into. But at the very core of it, in e-commerce, where you're selling a product on the internet, you need to have a solution that allows you to, as we just said, set up a website, build products, accept payment, and fulfill the order. Every single e-commerce platform does things a little differently, but at the end of the day, they do these 4 things. That's what they're designed to do. Now, they may serve different customers. They may be better built for certain types of businesses or products or categories than others. But at the root of it, they all do these core things. When you're trying to figure out what platform to choose, you want to pick the easiest one. For direct-to-consumer brands, especially the ones that have started in the last 10, 15 years, almost always the answer is Shopify. Shopify is one of the easiest platforms to get set up. You can start for free and you can have a store running in a very quick time. We're actually going to do a live setup here in a second. But there are some things that we need to cover when it comes to Shopify. The first thing that we need to answer when we build a store is we need to identify what the tech stack is, and at the core of it is your e-commerce platform. Your e-commerce platform has to do these things. Your website, build products, accept payment, help you fill orders. More than any other platform for direct-to-consumer businesses, Shopify is the way. It's the easiest platform to get started. Anybody can use it, and it allows you to get up and running very quickly. Another thing about managing tech stacks and just digital infrastructure is, how do we update it? How do we make sure it's working for every different phone, every computer, all internet? The nice thing about choosing an e-commerce platform is that they handle most of that stuff for you. You're not having to worry about making sure your site's live. You just have to worry about what the site looks like, what kind of products you're offering, and delivering a great customer experience and a great product. So Shopify, we've decided, is the easiest platform to set up your DTC brand. We're actually going to set up a Shopify store here in a second. But one of the things that we need to tell you about Shopify and any e-commerce platform, and this goes back to your tech stack, all the different pieces, is that these platforms give you the core functionality of being able to sell products on the internet, but they don't do everything for you. These platforms are great at the very core of helping you sell products on the internet, but they don't do all of the customer experience building for you, right? And in order for you to build a very robust solution to give your customers an amazing experience, from the way the site feels and looks, all the way to core functionality, you have to add apps to your e-commerce platform. And just a quick plug for Replo. If you're building on Shopify, you need Replo. We're actually going to show you why in just a second. So the way apps work is very simply, you plug them into your store and voila, you have functionality that you didn't have before. Some common apps are things for email marketing, text message marketing, pop-ups, quizzes, forms for surveys that you can do after someone checks out. A lot of different data capture things, but ultimately apps give your site functionality that it does not have out of the box. Again, platforms amazing at the core functionality of being able to sell a product on the internet, but you need to use apps to enhance them. Shopify makes finding and installing apps very easy. They've got an amazing app store that you can go to, and you can just usually one-click install and boom, you've got that new feature. Okay, let's go and start setting up your store. Again, we're using Shopify. Just go to shopify.com and you just need to click that start free trial button. It's the amazing part of this whole process. If you want to set up a store, you can do so with next to no money. And it's really wild. That's what's so cool about DTC for me, is that it really democratized commerce. If you have an idea, if you have a great product, anyone can sell it. So let's actually speed run setting up your Shopify store. So you go to the website, hit start free trial, and just fill out this form. An online store. It's going to ask you a bunch of questions. Products I buy or make myself. Again, direct to consumer brand. Let's call this the Replo Magic Box Store. It'll be in the United States. And you just have to set up an account. And voila, your store is built. This is what's so crazy about Shopify, is just filling out those key pieces of information gets you to the starting line. But again, just as we said previously, just having a Shopify store, just having a Shopify account is not enough. Now, what we need to do is actually go in and follow the 4-step guide that they give you to add a product, customize your store, add a domain, and then you're off to the races. So let's just add a test product real fast. Test product. Test. Add a file. And we're just gonna go with this Replo product. We're gonna set the price to $100, and then the compare at price is very simply the initial price, or the price that you're marking down to. In most Shopify themes, it will do a slash through whenever your price is presented. So let's do 150. Customers can see the value, right? It's normally $150, but it's $100. Reason to buy. I'm gonna charge tax. You can put your costs in here. Say it costs $10. Shows your margin percentage and your profit in a dollar amount. Track your quantity. Let's say we have 1,000 of these or 100 of these. Continue selling when out of stock. This is kind of an interesting thing. It's really dependent on the type of product that you sell, and then your ability to replenish inventory. I recommend, if you can't replenish your inventory, to don't continue selling out of stock. An opportunity for when you do, maybe you have like a pre-sale and you just set like a phantom quantity. You can keep selling, and you know that you're going to make however many units people actually buy during the pre-sale. Or if you have a digital product, you can continue selling out of stock there, because inventory is not really that meaningful. And you can just not track the quantity if it's a digital product. You can add a SKU. SKU is a stock keeping unit. As you start to grow and you do add distribution channels like third-party retail, wholesale, etc., you will need to create a SKU system and then possibly even barcodes. The SKUs are simply unique identifiers for your product that can be used across physical locations, across businesses that you interact with, etc. It's just a way to keep you and your products cleanly organized. You can add shipping. If it's a physical product, you can say it's 1 pound. If you're shipping overseas, include customs information. You can actually even select that it's a digital product here. And then you have variants. Now, variants is an interesting piece here. Variants are quite simply, let's say you have a shirt. It comes in small, medium, large, and it comes in blue, black, and white, right? A variant is each one of those option types. So your small black shirt, that's one variant. Your large blue shirt, that's another variant. And this allows you to add all of the variants for your products. One of the key callouts that we'll make, and this is something that apps help fix, is that Shopify has 100 variant limit. That means your product can only have 100 different option and color combo, or it doesn't have to be color, but basically option combos. There are apps that help you get around it, but that is just something to note within Shopify. And then after you're done, you hit save, and voila, you've added your first product. Now we're gonna go into customizing your store. When you come into Shopify, you'll see that your store front, the actual thing that people see when they type in your URL, your domain, it's managed on what's called themes. And themes allow you to style your website using pre-made sections. So we'll go into here. So out of the gate, Shopify stores come with Dawn. It's a free theme. You can buy themes that have specific features, specific layouts. They have a lot of other free options as well. Keep going here. We're gonna hit customize, and you can see each piece of this, each piece of a website is a section. You'll see this add section button. So let's just add a featured product section, and we add a featured product section. We're going to select a product. And so all a website is, all your storefront is just a collection of sections layered in a specific way that helps you nurture your customer through the buying journey, educate them on what the product is, what the benefits are, why they should buy today, and then get them to the checkout. That's what customizing this theme does. You're able to go in and add all of your logos, your colors, your specific fonts. You can, obviously add your products, and then you can change the order quite simply by dragging each element around. And voila, you've just changed the site. Now, one of the things that Shopify released not that long ago, relative to when we filmed this, is the ability for these sections to live on any page. So if you go up here, you can actually edit the layout of your product page. So here's your test product. Let's say you want to add a section and you want to do an image banner, right? And then it's got buttons. The way these buttons look, the way this section is laid out is all unique to the theme that you choose. So if you have a different theme, these presets are going to look a little different. What happens more often than not is that you, as the enterprising, brand-focused DTC founder, want to create a customer experience that is not within the presets. You want to build something truly unique, something custom, something beautiful, something special to your DTC brand, and you're just not able to do it. How do you solve this? Well, before, you would hire a bunch of developers or just a single developer. You would pay a lot of money to have them custom build you. This is where custom build you these sections or a whole new theme. A website is just a collection of sections, but each one of these sections is determined by the theme. These are the presets that you're given, and you can only change the presets so much. If you want to build a truly unique experience, or at the very least, step outside of the bounds of the presets within the theme, what do? What are your options? How do you go and make something custom? Well, before, you would have to typically hire devs or developers. They're simply people who will go in and code you the section that you want or the entire theme that you want. And then depending on how good of a job they did, you may never have to talk to them again until you're ready to make a completely new theme. Or if it's not that great or a quick job, maybe you need to talk to them all the time. And you have to continue paying them to maintain your theme. So what if you want to go off script? What if you want to go outside of the bounds of the presets and build something truly unique, something beautiful that is special to your brand, that allows you to nurture your customers the way you want to do it. That's where Replo comes in. Replo allows you to design a storefront of your dreams without having to hire a bunch of devs to do it, without having to wait for anyone else to help you. You can do it yourself. That's the beauty of Replo. Whether it's just a simple section that you want to add to your site, or you want to build a completely custom theme, we give you the ability to take the content within your Shopify store, your products, your customer data, etc., and then serve up the exact experience that you want. Now, most of the time people install Replo because they want to build landing pages. They want to build a specific page that you can't necessarily build just using your theme. And it's for a specific offer, sale, promotion, etc. But the nice thing about Replo is that you can use it to enhance your theme or completely build a theme from scratch. We're going to actually walk you through how you install Replo. Okay, so how do you install Replo for your Shopify store? Make sure this is the first thing you do after you set up your Shopify store, by the way. You need Replo. You need Replo right now. Very, very easy process. Visit replo.app and hit the Get Started button. Here you're going to be prompted to create your account. Get Started button, create your account. Once you're on the account creation page, you're just going to fill out the information. Sanjay. What best describes your team, your brand? If you're starting a DTC brand, don't forget that. Where'd you hear about Replo? Ready? Hit create account. And boom, you're going to be taken here. This is the account setup page. Now we're going to connect to your Shopify store. You just hit this connect button. Hit add app. Click on your Shopify account. And then you're going to be taken to your app installation screen. Every time you install an app on Shopify, it's going to look like this. You're going to be asked to make sure that you understand what you're installing, how much access it has, like all the information on your store. It's going to, and then hit install app. And boom, you are now using Replo. And you can open up Replo. So you'll see the stores you have connected here. If you have other stores you want to connect, you just hit the connect new store button, and then you just go in here into our editor. And now you can either start from scratch completely if you know how to build what you want to build, or if you want a template to get started. So let's actually go ahead and start with a template. Let's try this one. Hit next. And then within your page settings, you can actually choose to have your header and footer. So like the piece at the top and the very bottom that has all the menus and stuff, you can actually hide those elements from your page. You can show them. You can just show your header or your footer. We're just going to go ahead and actually we're going to have it and create page. And voila, you just created a page in Replo for your Shopify store in no time. And now you can edit this page however you want. Change the images, change what the button looks like. You can change the size and the curvature, the radius of your button. Change out the logos, connect to products. Whatever you want to do, you now have the ability to customize your Shopify store to your heart's content. This is super powerful stuff. And this used to be so hard to do, but we made it easy for you. So make sure that after you set up your Shopify store and you set up your first product, go and get Replo right now.